Hey everybody, how's everyone doing right now?
Doing
How
all
are you
right.
feeling?
Doing all right.
Good.
Feeling awesome.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are out here in Abu Dhabi at Dhabi, and I've invited some of my good friends online that I've mostly met for the first time off Discord, and it's incredible to be with you guys and seeing the energy in the room. Let's kind of just do a quick round of introductions to kind of get an idea of what's going on. Here at this roundtable today, you have probably a few of the most brilliant minds, content creators, and DJs in the space of Meteora and doing kind of retail LPing. My name is Rich King. I'm the co-founder of RPS AI. We are a liquidity engine on Solana built on top of Meteora, backed by Wintermute and GSR and other types of investors. And I'd love to invite everyone to kind of explore what happens on the ground with like real people doing real LPing on Meteora and what their experiences are. We're going to keep things pretty lighthearted. We're not just going to focus on Meteora alone. We're going to talk about what's happening on Solana and stuff like that. And yeah, that's my intro. Let's maybe start with you, GeekLad.
Yeah, sure. So I'm GeekLad, LP Army member. I helped to found the boot camps. One thing I saw that was lacking in the space was educating LPers and potential LPers how to use Meteora, how to do market making. So I think it was important to really educate people on it. And then I also got involved building open source tools. Something else, I saw that there was, people wanted to know how much they were earning in Met points, and there weren't really a lot of good tools to do that. So I built a P&L tool to help people not only look at what their points were, but to see how they were performing in their market making. So I like building tools to really help LPers to help elevate their game and really see how they're doing and how they're performing in their market making.
Yeah, GeekLad is kind of a pioneer and OG. Learned a lot from what you've been building and all that. Really appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah.
And good friend here, Razzaer.
Yep. So I go by Razzaer, and I started using Meteora mid 2024. And when I started, there was literally no content. So as I started trading, I just started recording some of it, making some live plays going through. Then kind of went into some tutorials and started just covering a lot of the tools which are out there as well.
Yeah, Razzaer is one of the first videos that I watched on, and his Solana DeFi guides website has all the material that you needed to kind of get started in the early days. Yeah, that's incredible work that you guys been doing. And last but not least, Crime.
I'm Crime. I actually got into LPing from Razzaer. His initial 1 to 100 Solana challenge was super inspiring to me. He was showing that it could be done, and I was able to complete my own 1 to 100 Solana challenge in a little bit under a year. I think Razzaer did it a little bit faster, but now I'm live streaming. I try to live stream at least 5 times a week, and just provide a lot of content for newer LPers. There's a lot of people in meme coins that trade and don't know how to use Meteora, which is mind-blowing to me because I would not be able to be profitable without Meteora. So I'm trying to share the knowledge.
Yeah. What we have here today is people who have been building, people who have been trying things out, and I know Crime, Razzaer, they're in the Telegram every day. It could be Thanksgiving, and they're still talking about, hey, what's going on? What's next, right? How's this year been for you guys?
Very good.
Just,
Yeah, overall, definitely profitable, week on week, month on month overall, I think. But yeah, it's just, getting all the information sources, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, it's been really good because, a lot of people complain about the trenches and the Solana price, but with LPing, there's always something that you can find. At least there's at least a play every day usually. Multiple per week. So, regardless if Sol is dumping on the day, there's usually always money to be made LPing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GeekLad, are you more so looking at from the data perspective, or are you still in the trenches?
It's I've never really been very good in the trenches, so I'll be honest. I'm probably one of the worst LPers out there. And I was talking to folks about it last night, and somebody made a really good analogy. It's like a game developer they can build the most outstanding game in the world, but they can, there's going to be guys out there that just kill it in the game and like really, really do well in the game. But the developer, even though they created the game, they made an awesome game, they can't play the game for shit, right? So I kind of feel like that way with LPing. I mean, I really understand the mechanics of it. I understand, the technology behind it. I've built tools on it. And I've helped a lot of guys like these, doing incredible things. The 1-to-100 challenge is just outstanding. I could never do it. So I think I might be looking for an LP coach now that they have that program. I'd love to participate in that.
I like how you like singled me out. It was like, yo, you should go.
No,
I'm like you. I'm more like a builder and observer. But,
yeah.
What do you think? What do you guys think is kind of like what it takes to do some of the stuff that they've been mentioning on stage today, which is like, be in the right token in the right time. Like you guys are in the trenches every day, you see what's happening. How does one really attain that kind of?
I think on the slide they had, I think the really good thing they had said was 70% of LPing is token selection. And I 100% agree with that because, me and Razzaer, we really don't get fancy when we're LPing. We usually do a mix of, buy-side liquidity, spot, bid-ask, mostly. So, after you learn the technology, I think really it comes down to risk management and token selection. And then, entries and exits are perfect.
Yeah, of course. On pretty much every token, there's someone that has a strategy for it. Like some people, like buying it, doing heart attack. So it is all just about the timing as well. So, it's token selection, but it's also important knowing when to exit, when to cut your losses. And, I think a lot of coins, as long, once they've risen, to that front page of trending, a lot of tokens can be de-LMM'd, just different strategies. But as Crime said, that bid-ask curve, generally the safest, and works very well, on tokens that after they've run up. And then it still looks like there's buyers.
Yeah.
I think when we all started, or at least when I started, it was like late last year, and then I got to know you guys, everyone here in the room. I think it's also kind of changed a bit over the last few months, right?
Yeah.
We had the Met airdrop, Met token launch, right? I would call that like the pre-token launch era, the post-token launch era, and maybe the Trump and Libra era. What has changed with like LPing from you guys? Because you guys been through the thick and thin.
I would say, in terms of when we had all started, like from August 2024 to like December, the fee generation on these tokens was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I would be not really chasing quality of the token per se. Like, I wouldn't necessarily believe in a token. I would just be getting into it because the fees, you can make 100% in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, volume was very high on the chain then. So even, when the token just fell, you could generate enough fees with some buys coming in that, you didn't have to be quite as, good and as calculated as you are now.
Yeah. And now I think it's a little bit more important to choose like actual good tokens that have staying power. I think we had talked about that before, but I think choosing the right token and the fee generation just isn't as powerful as it was. So,
what do you see from like the data tooling side, GeekLad?
So one of the biggest challenges with blockchain data is mining that data, right? So, the data is not structured on the blockchain, so you really have to be able to bring in that data into a system where you can properly index it and run queries against it. And then on top of that, another challenge is, as the Meteora team is shipping like they're shipping today, they're making modifications to the token program, right? So all of that work you did to, all that work you do to decode all of those instructions, you got to do it again now when they add new instructions. So, it's a
changed in like this year.
Yeah, they've made some changes to the token program, and now that they've got these limit orders, now there's going to be more changes to the token program. So, you've got to be able to keep up with the team as they start. They continue to ship new things. You have to keep up with it to be able to continue to decode the new programs and then index it and then do the analysis on it as well.
You know, just to be honest with you guys, I came into this because I was interested in the airdrop.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, most people outside these doors, you know, let's just be honest here. Like, we're interested in, you know, what this could be, and now the airdrop has happened. Like, what are we gonna, you know, what's happening? What's going through your guys' minds, and what's going out through the community's minds? You think?
You know, I think from a tooling perspective, it's finding the gaps, right? Finding what the community needs, right? And actually, the Meteora team today demonstrated a lot of new features that they're helping to fill a lot of those gaps, which is fantastic. So, you know, I think for as a community builder, it's whether I do it, whether they do it, it doesn't really matter to me as long as somebody's doing it and they're fulfilling the need of the community and whatever they need to do to get better, to elevate their game. Whether it's a community tool that does it or whether they do it, you know, as long as it gets done, I don't really care. I think it's just great that they're doing it. In fact, when they announced that they added the P&L tracking within the Meteor platform, I'm like, oh great, nobody has to use my shitty P&L tool anymore.
What about my?
I was like, oh no.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I use Ultra LP like all the time, man. I really love that tool. It's tremendous. It's really good. And that's what you guys did. You filled a need that was there, that, you know, nobody really had a good real-time tracking tool, and you guys brought it to the market, which is awesome.
I think for Ultra LP, which if people don't know, it's we're the team RPS is behind Ultra LP. It's like a real-time P&L tracker tool. I think it's kind of an insurance, right? If another Libra hits the timeline, you know, if things happen with Solana's infrastructure or Meteora's infrastructure, we're there to catch it, right? Because we don't use the SDK that they provide, the, you know, developer tools that they provided. We went straight to the chain, straight to the roots of the plumbing to then decipher everything. In a way, we basically rewrote some of Meteora's logic,
right,
and we reverse engineered it with our own code. And so now, if anything were to happen with Meteora, I mean, you know, doesn't really matter. But for us, we're another place to kind of get that source of truth. Yeah. And that was kind of the case with like the Trump launch or a few other major, you know, huge launches. I think it was Yay that launched a token and something happened. And so people could still close out the positions through Ultra LP. So we're always going to be there to support the community.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we go straight to the source.
Yeah.
But what I was wanting to say is like, okay, that was kind of leading up to the airdrop, and this is kind of the future. You know, what other opportunities are kind of interested on your guys' radar? Razzaer, you want to?
Like outside of LPing or?
Yeah, I guess outside of LPing, right?
I mean, I would say in crypto, I still think LPing is, you know, the top opportunity for risk reward. Like, you know, people looking at Polymarket a lot.
That's true.
Like, you know, still airdrop farming these perp dexes. I still think Meteora, you know, if you learn, you do the boot camps, you can still learn.
The airdrop
without. You know, I'm sure the users have dropped off since the airdrop because some people are just farming it. But even though meme coin volume has dropped a lot, you know, we don't see as many. There's still a lot of days. You know, there's still a ton of tokens people are just printing on daily that just range, you know, from a variety of different categories.
So it sounds like you're still finding new opportunities.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, I have kind of a Solana DeFi airdrop website. I'm still looking and trying new stuff out when it launches. But I'd still say Meteora is, you know, top of my list. That's why I still use it.
Meteora is bullish. Yeah, okay. Well, Crime, what do you think?
I agree with Razzaer because a lot of people were going into Meteora for the airdrop, and I was aware of it, obviously. But like I said, what really inspired me and opened my eyes was his 1-to-100 Solana challenge, because I could see that it was doable, you know, and that was way cooler to me than the airdrop. I was like, oh, he actually 100x an account, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that has always been my inspiration. Airdrop is great, but after the airdrop happened, it was straight back to work on LP and, you know, new opportunities still every day. So
Cool. I think what's been like kind of on my mind with like Meteora and, you know, everything that's happened in the, you know, it's been a pretty long year. Can you imagine that like Trump and Libra and all these things was like this year?
Crazy.
It feels like it was ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a different lifetime ago.
It
last
really,
year or something.
yeah.
Been for about 3 cycles.
Felt like 3 cycles, right?
Yeah.
We had 3 miniature cycles in just this year.
Yeah.
And we had like the drama and Ben stepping down and all that.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was really sad times. I think that, you know, what has been incredible was this community that has been pretty like
Concrete.
Resilient.
yeah, bulletproof,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like whenever you see kind of something happening, it was the community that just like steps up. Whether it's like Gosha starting fights somewhere, or you know GeekLad just lurking and saying, like, well, you know. And I'm just like liking posts and but you know, this is crypto. It's gotta be fun, man. It's gotta be crazy. Like people take you know, the VCs, all that, so they take themselves so seriously.
Yeah.
But you know, when you hear these guys, right, they're just you know, they're doing it every day. They're using the tools and they're finding new opportunities, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Solana's around,
Yeah.
right? As long as Meteora is around, we've got all these tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's fantastic to hear. I think like what could be interesting, like, is like next year predictions, right? Like, let's run like a mini prediction market right here, right now. What do we think the Met price is going to be starting January or early next year? Do we have any ideas what's going on?
So one prediction I make is that people are going to start making a lot of predictions.
Thank you. Thank you. He does this all the time. Very delta neutral.
That's right.
I haven't sold a token. I haven't sold a Met token at all. So I'm bullish on the tech. I mean, like, it's the best tech on Solana in my opinion. I wouldn't trade meme coins without it. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't probably be profitable, to be honest. So it's enabled me to be profitable. I see the potential. So I'm not selling a dime under $1, personally.
I haven't even claimed my claim. It's still there. I'm like,
me too.
everyone told me remove it. I'm like,
I kept mine.
you know what?
Oh,
so
you're still doing the
I'm in the DA.
so I'm still in the MV2. I haven't pulled my position. You know, I was like, I'm so bullish on Meteora, and you know, I feel like a hypocrite if I pull it out, right? You know, it's like I'm telling people how awesome Meteora is. If I pull it out, I'm gonna be a hypocrite, and you know, I don't want to do that. So I've got conviction. I'm keeping my money there. That way I don't have to pay taxes on it either. So you know, I don't want to pull it and then you know, I got a capital loss that I'm gonna be rolling over for the next 2 decades. So I'm just gonna leave it there and see what happens. As far as predictions on price, I don't know. I think we'll get back up to over 50 cents. I think within the year, before the end of next year, I think we'll be back to the starting price.
Another 3 cycles.
Yeah, and another 3 cycles. Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, of course, not financial advice, but I'm similar. I am still holding the majority of my airdrop, and it's not something I do with most airdrops. You know, most I get them, I sell them. So I've got quite a few through the years, varying size.
Sure.
And I mean, I suppose if you sold Met straight away, like on drop, you'd be in a massive profit now, rebuying now as well. But I do think, we go up. Trying to be not too optimistic, but I think $1 would be. I would like to see us reach there, but obviously from the current price, it looks like quite a long way. But we saw the announcements, still building a lot on the current tech. Bringing in a lot more features. And I think later down the road, I don't know, there'll be more, involvement for the Met token, I'm sure.
I realized a little bit too late that the actual optimal move, I didn't realize it launched on Hyperliquid purse before. It was at
other
like
platforms.
1.7, and you could have just shorted on Hyperliquid, secured your profit, and then if it opened down, you're in profit. If it opened up,
Yeah, you're just locking in your airdrop.
That was the smart thing.
That was the same with me. I was,
Hindsight.
saw that
was a
1.7, but
Yeah, hindsight 2020, right?
yeah. Hindsight. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys heard it first. This guy's a KOL, so. Cool. Well, that's really helpful. What you mentioned right now is, I guess we're not just LPing meme coins as much. We're also doing like some other pairs, right? What are some pairs that have been doing pretty okay? Have you guys, been looking into that?
I'm
just Sol?
I'm mostly memes only.
Oh, you're still memes. Okay.
Yeah.
But you.
So a mixture. So for big pairs, I like, ones that I could hopefully leave. So, I mean, I'll just say Met again. We've seen it range at the current price for like weeks now.
Yeah.
And you could have printed, a good 30% on it,
Okay.
and if you think we've kind of bottomed out here, well, obviously Solana's down a lot. It's been ranging here as well.
Yeah.
And if you've got enough capital and you think, we've bottomed out, it's a good range. We've also the bridge tokens. They've been doing quite well. It kind of in the larger market cap, like Monad, Zec. But yeah, again, I do look at quite a lot of memes as well, kind of checking most days, seeing what could have a few days staying power potentially.
Okay, so a bit multi-day.
Yeah.
Where can I want to kind of wrap things up here? And we talked about next year predictions. We talked about where we've come from and how this year has been. Where is the best place to kind of find you guys and follow what you guys are working on? GeekLad?
X. Go on X, GeekLad, at GeekLad
Yeah.
on X. As I cook up something in the kitchen, I'll throw it out there on the table and see if anybody eats anything from it.
Cool.
And I try to watch on the Discord and see what people are talking about, and try to find where the needs are, where they aren't being met, and see if can build something. And actually the tool that Alex put out, the LP Playground, that thing is freaking awesome, man. I was really impressed. I built a little simulator, and like what he built is like way beyond what I did, which is absolutely outstanding. And it's great that there's so many awesome builders out there, and we're a community, and I love to see other guys build stuff like that too, and it's PPP as far as devs go. We support each other, and we learn from each other, and so yeah, follow me on X, GeekLad.
All right. You can find me on X, CrimeXBT. I live stream there, on Twitch, Kick, and then TikTok is crime.xbt. That's more for like more newcomers. I get a lot more engagement on TikTok, but definitely a different sort of audience. So,
Nice.
CrimeXBT on X.
Yep, and you can find me on X at Razzaer, so Razzaer. But I also have a YouTube channel called Yield Hustler, because there's not a ton of YouTube DLMM content. It's kind of another source like streaming, some people see. And I've also got a Telegram, but you can find the links on there if you want to chat.
All right, and I'm Rich King. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you at Breakpoint.
See you guys.
See ya.